A long walk along the bluffs in Fort Bragg, California. I begin my walk at the Cypress Street parking lot. It's in better shape than the Alder Street one, smoother pavement, easier to pull into, and it has restrooms right there. From the very first step, the trail gives you choices, left or right, harbor or bluffs. A simple beginning with a decision built into it. I choose to go right and head west along Noyo Harbor, enjoying the view as the water opens towards the ocean. The weather is great, sunny, a light breeze, around 62 degrees, warm for Fort Bragg, almost hot, and I'm glad I dressed light. As I walk west along the harbor, I pass the new binoculars that were recently installed, solid and easy to use. Time for another choice. I choose to the left. I'm sticking close to the bluff today. And I pass several viewing benches that are set up along the edge. It's a good stretch of trail for stopping, looking out over the water, and taking in a rare warm day on the coast. At the point, there are two table benches set up, one of them built with a wheelchair pull-up. It's a quiet spot to pause, watch the boats move, and take in the working harbor before the trail turns north towards the bluffs. Soon I will make a choice again. I will follow the trail to the left. The one to the right actually is a good way to make a shorter loop. It will take you to the paved section and you can go back up to the parking lot from there. But I will continue staying to the left and following the bluffs. The dirt trail that I'm on continues around the point and intersects with the paved section of the road again, continuing north. Here is another option to loop back towards the parking lot for a shorter walk. To the side of the paved road, there are several short deer trails that take you close to the bluff's edge. Use caution. A handy bit of information. If we turn back south, it's only 673 miles to Mexico. This is a nice little side path, a short walk to a bench overlooking Splash Rocks to the south and the Flat Rock to the north. Flat Rock often has harbor seals and all sorts of different seabirds on it. This is a unique bench carved out of driftwood in a great location to sit and enjoy the view. Up ahead is what I call the Rock. I've been told it's the highest point on what used to be Georgia Pacific property. There are several choices to make here. Small trails, one that leads directly up to the seating area on the rock, one that goes around to the west of the rock, another that goes around to the right of the rock, and then you find another spot where the trail splits and you can go back up to the seat on the rock or continue going north. It's good to be aware that you will be walking through a lot of low brush that comes up knee high and sometimes higher on you. It's tick country. It's a good idea to have long pants and socks on. And after you've finished your hike, double check to make sure you don't have any ticks. Up ahead on another high spot is what I call the quad chair. 4 seats, each facing in a different direction. It's a great place to take video and or photos. I like to sit here and try and catch flights of pelicans going by. The trail here starts to head east, still alongside the bluffs, a whole different point of view. Looking across the water, you can see a good portion of downtown Fort Bragg. And across the other side of the water is the Fort Bragg wastewater treatment plant. Up ahead is a bench that I've been told glows at night. Unfortunately, we aren't supposed to be here at night, so I may never know whether that's fact. Rejoining the paved section of the trail, we will go to the left and head to the crow's nest. Up ahead is the Crow's Nest Interpretive Building. The Crow's Nest sits at the north end of the Fort Bragg Bluffs, a small interpretive building perched above the water. It's simple and sturdy, built for the view as much as the information inside. Panels explain the coastline, the marine life, and the shape of the headlands, but most people come for the overlook itself. the long open view of the Pacific and the steady lines of swell rolling in. It's a quiet stop on the trail, a place to pause and take in the coast before heading back along the landing strip. The new building across from the Crow's Nest is meant to expand the interpretive space on the Bluffs. When it opens, it will hold displays about the coastline, the geology, the marine life offshore, and the history of the harbor below. At this point, I'm turning around. I have the option of continuing eastward on the paved trail and ending up at the Alder Street parking lot. But then I have to walk all the way back because my car is parked at Cypress Street. This is the north end of the old runway, about a mile long and once able to handle the occasional small jet. Now it's a rough stretch of pavement with speed bumps and potholes that hit harder than the bumps themselves. You can still drive down it and park on it, but by the time you're done, you might be thinking about an alignment or new shocks. This stretch is the fast way back to the parking lot. It doesn't have the views, just open pavement and the long straight line of the old runway. Little birds work the edges, flicking in and out of the grass, and every now and then a hawk or another hunter glides overhead. The ravens are here too, scattered along the strip like they own it. It's quick, simple, and not much to look at, but it gets you back in a hurry. Back at the parking lot, the dog part sits just off to the side. Dogs are allowed on the trail only on leash, but inside the park they can run free. It's a simple setup, fenced, open, and easy to use. Just follow the posted rules and let the dogs enjoy their own stretch of the coast. A big thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. And if you're new here, you can hop on board for free by clicking my picture at the end of the video. See you next time.